Hi YouTube, Bunny Hero here. You guys are probably so confused if you don't watch My Hero Academia. So what do you guys think of an obese individual with a not so obese individual? Let's take it a step further. What do you think of an obese woman with an extremely muscular, lean man? And they're married. Happily married? Is it possible? I have been getting tagged like crazy in this couple's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. People have been sending me DMs saying that Michelle, this guy clearly has a word that I can't say. And I wanted to talk about it on here. So without further ado, I give you a couple that does not fit a lot of your couple standards. They are not aesthetically pleasing because one person is obese. Let me introduce you to Alicia Mccarvell. She's a self-love activist, believer of swear words and naps. Relatable. As you can see, she's a bigger woman who loves to post on TikTok. She dances, she twerks, she gets a little crazy. But what really brought her claim to fame, at least from what I've seen, is her relationship with a very muscular, lean man. Alicia, as you can probably predict, gets quite a bit of opinions on her relationship, mostly the contrast between the couple's look. It's pretty obvious one is large and one is quite visually athletic. A few people sent me this woman's videos a long time ago asking me to expose her and make a video about her telling her off. Thank goodness it was only a few minuscule people, because some people might think that my subscribers are all fat haters and love to just drag every single fat person that's just trying to exist, and that's far from the truth. So I was pleasantly happy that the people asking me to drag her was only about 2 or 3. But when the first few people sent me this woman, I was very confused on what exactly I was supposed to call her out on. She's literally a fat woman that is with a muscular man. The backstory is that these two have been together since high school, pretty much have gone through everything together, and one thing they went through, watching her gain weight. And instead of leaving her, he stayed with her and even shows affection and love on TikTok? What is this blasphemy? So let's look at the video that people have recently been tagging me in, because she is a great example of a fat woman just trying to exist, and people got shit to say about it. You know, the fat positive people who are out here saying if you don't have sex with fat people, you're fat phobic. Or if you don't find me attractive, you're fat phobic. Or if you lose weight like Rebel Wilson, you're fat phobic. If you watch your kids' sugar intake, you're abusing them, Sonali. Yeah, those people. But you know the ones that are saying, I'm just trying to exist in a fat body and people keep bullying me. But what they mean is that people are responding to the public information and odd shit that I'm saying on TikTok. This woman is actually just trying to exist. She is just enjoying life, and people give her crap for it, especially because she's with a very fit and attractive man and she is obese.
I posted a simple transition video of me and my husband going from towels to dressed up together. This is not unlike what all kinds of different couples do on this app. My video went viral, and I know we all know why. It's because by beauty standards, we don't make sense. The world looks at us and immediately values Scott more than me. And since we don't add up, people try to add things to my side of the equation to make it make sense by saying things like, oh, she must not have been fat when they met, or oh, she's gotta be rich. Or they try to decrease his side of the equation by saying things like, he must be gay, or he fetishes fat women.
And I can see why people say that. Like she said, you don't see many couples that look like them. Usually if you see a conventionally attractive person with someone that is not on their level, you could say, it's usually a super attractive woman with a not very attractive man who is rich. You know what I'm talking about. But we rarely ever see it shifted around. And there have been couples in the public eye that I'm like, come on, you know, the Liz and the Big Eds, the BBW King and the Tammys, but there's context and footage that shows and screams that word. I watched so many of this couple's videos and I just didn't get that vibe at all. I know some of you want me to say that I got that vibe, but I just didn't. I don't know them, none of us do, and we will never know the absolute truth, only they know if this words her. But as for me, I didn't get the vibe at all. I don't know many couples like this, but I do know a few. One specifically that I'm thinking of is a very, very fit woman, actually a bikini model with a very fat guy. When I say he is fat, he is fat. I was so in shock when I saw her husband because I'm just so used to fit women or just people in general in the fitness industry making sure that they match who they're with. And he's not rich or anything. They both work and she just loves him. Like I said, it's so rare, but when I talk to them, it is just the sweetest thing. It's very humbling and just extremely sweet. And I get the same vibe here. Also, why do people call him gay if he's with a fat woman? I've never heard of that. That's odd. I do think that people really just want an answer why he is with her, and they won't take, well, we're just in love as an answer. They only want an answer that makes sense to them.
We've been made to believe that somebody who is physically fit like Scott could never in a million years be in love with or compatible with a fat woman. And that's solely because the world has literally taught us that we have to value our worth on our bodies. A woman slid into Scott's DMs and said, "You should be with somebody who looks like me."
she did what? Some of y'all women, but it's expected. I bet some chicks like, oh yeah, his wife is fat. This'll be easy to bag, bitches. Anyway.
She was thin and by beauty standards, a 10 out of 10. Here's the thing though. Me telling myself for the majority of our relationship that I'm not worthy of his love because of my body is the exact same thing as this thin woman telling him that she is worthy of his because of her body.
So you know how many of the fat acceptance women say that the world treats us as if we're not worthy? And I'm always confused as to what exactly do you mean? Worthy to what exactly? Well, at least she pinpoints it out in this specific video. People think she's not worthy of such an attractive fit man because she's fat. And that's honestly how most of us think, right? I don't know if worthy is the right word. It's just not expected and kind of shocking. At least for me, and from experience, many of the unhealthy men I dated that didn't watch their calories or wanted to eat out all the time conflicted with the relationship because I don't like to overeat. I put a lot of effort in my physique, and it's an everyday effort not to go back into my binge eating lifestyle. So I can't be with someone that doesn't value portion size, calorie counting, not eating out, etc., etc. And I do have to say, as I age, even though I did date softer men, now that I'm older, I like a muscular body. I want the daddy Zorro because it's attractive to me, and that shouldn't be shamed or anything. Because let's be real, she's probably really into her husband's body. And I think that's pretty normal that many people in the fitness industry kind of want someone that has a certain physique that is similar to theirs. But that's not always the case. And to be honest, from experience, it goes the other way around too. Like I said, I've dated some hefty men or just some very thin men who didn't value weightlifting or watching what they eat. And in the end, they will literally tell me, I want someone that is not as fit as you, or I'm too fit for them, I'm too muscular for them, and I make them feel insecure. Once again, they want somebody on their level. But as you can see here, it doesn't always end like that. Some people are very secure in their looks and love the person for who they are. I have liked some straight up interesting looking dudes that I would probably see on the street and not even pay attention to, but because I talked to them and their personality was amazing, I just ended up thinking that their looks were amazing. Honey, if you can start making me laugh, you will start to morph into Thor. Humor is extremely attractive.
I'm undervaluing myself and she is overvaluing herself. We've both been made to believe that our value lies in our body.
I mean, it does, right? In this world, the more conventionally attractive you are, the more you're valued. Take that from someone who looked like Urkel as she was growing up. Actually, this happens in the body positive community too, right? I think I hear people complaining that the prettier obese women with the slimmer faces and the non-double chin, or the fat women that gain mostly fat in their hips and their boobs get more value and followers because they are closer to being conventionally attractive. So yeah, bodies are valued more depending on what is considered attractive.
I get asked this question all the time. Do you get jealous when people hit on your husband? And my answer is always no. Most of the time people are put off by this or confused as to why not. That's because when people typically slide into his DMs, they're leading with their body first. And on the scale of what my husband values, how well my body fits into the beauty standards is not on the top of his list. He values my humor and my commitment and my love and my caring heart. And none of these things that he values about me change if my body changes. So when someone slides into his DMs leading with their body first, he's asking, but what else? Because he, like I, know that people's values don't lie in how well their bodies fit into society's trash beauty standards. And I get it. If this is the way you think, it's the way you've been taught. However, it is your responsibility to unlearn it.
So I think this could be the reason that some people were sending me this video, because of the last part where she says beauty standards are trash, and some people said she's saying that attractive men should date fat women. That's not really what I got from it. I got that she values people on more than their appearance, and her husband is the same. But I'm sure she's extremely happy that her husband has this physique, right? But I didn't hear her say, I'm fat and I deserve a certain man just because I'm fat. She didn't tell anyone that you're fat phobic if you don't find fat people attractive. She didn't say do better if you're not attracted to fat people. She didn't demand that you watch fat porn like Sana Lee did, or didn't say that you're fat phobic if you want to lose weight. She said that the beauty standard is trash, and her husband loves her for who she is. Apparently, he likes her butt too. What's interesting as well is that Alicia did Bikini Competition and it fucked her up. She starved herself a lot. This happens quite a bit in the bodybuilding industry, and some people ask, how did she go from that perfect body to that? But when I did my first competition, you guys, I blew up. You want pictures? Yeah, there is none. I was so depressed. I worked so hard to get my body into this very small frame, a very unrealistic small frame. And then right after that competition was over, my binging went to an all-time high. I even took off work because I was so embarrassed about how much weight I gained and so quick. You think you can't gain 30, 40, 50 pounds in a month? I can. And it was embarrassing after being so lean and getting so many compliments, and then you walk around and people are like, what happened to her? So yeah, people don't believe that she did competitions, but she definitely did. And the increase in size happens a lot when you don't have a very good coach to help you go back to a healthy, normal calorie intake. But I really did try and find something that I could be like, well, you listen here, Alicia, you are toxic. And this was a quick video. I didn't feel the need to watch every single one of her videos, and I'm sure I could find something to nitpick and critique, but from what I saw, she's just a woman loving on her husband, and her husband who seems to love her back. It's not that deep. Honestly, I find this very sweet. It's extremely heartwarming. If they're happily married and they're doing their thing, what's the big deal? If anything, I hope this just gave you a heartwarming feeling. It was a feel-good story today, and I love those. If you guys have more stories like that, let me know. Send me a DM. You guys love to send me the drama, but I absolutely love incorporating these as well, so send them on over. And Bunny Hero, we'll see you next time.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't